Good morning, 2B. It is Thursday. Welcome to almost the end of this week. I don't have a whole lot in the way of lessons today. We're going to just show you something to do with time, and then you're going to get right back to it in your math workbook. Handwriting, you have 2 reader's notebook pages. Make sure you're studying your spelling words for this week's lesson, and you do have another story to write, and we actually put that in for a religion grade. It doesn't have to be about religion, though. We'll really look at it as a writing grade. So your parents need to send a picture of that. If they did not send a picture of your writing piece of your special memory from yesterday, please remind them to do that. That is also a grade. We're going to be using it as a handwriting grade. So watch your writing. We really all should be in cursive now, but if you did it in print, or if you decide to do it in print, that's fine. But we really need to get into that habit of always writing in cursive now at the end of the year. It's harder because we've been home. Normally in class, I would be reminding you of that, kind of going around and monitoring your work as you're writing. But of course, this is all different for all of us. So you didn't have that this year. And I know the 3rd grade teachers will understand that. But you want to start, if you're not doing it, get into that habit. Stop writing in print altogether and just write in cursive. That way, you're always practicing it. I always preferred my print to my cursive. So I still sometimes go back to print, but I need to know that because when you come to me in 2nd grade, we are still in print and then we transition to cursive. So I need to be used to writing in both. Just a 2nd grade teacher thing, I guess. But try to get used to doing more of that cursive, especially for next year. Your 3rd grade teachers will be expecting to see that. So work on it over the summer. I tell Tegan all the time, when she has her tablet taken away and I tell her to do anything else other than the tablet, and if she can't go outside, she tends to pick to draw or do art and arts and crafts, which is fine. But I tell her to write sometimes too. Write about your day, write a list, things you want to do this summer. If all this gets lifted, things that you hope to do. Make a list of books you want to read, whatever, but get in that cursive practice. Okay, hopefully you've been on First in Math or I Know It. If you haven't, jump on there. We are looking at that. That is just an extra grade. Okay, so tomorrow you just owe me your spelling test on this week's story, The Mysterious Tadpole. Tell your parents to send us a picture. And then, like I said, on Fridays, we really try to give you a little bit of a break. It's when we'll just have tests due or maybe one assignment. So this Friday is a free day. Have fun, exercise, have a nice weekend. And then this is it. The home stretch, 2 weeks left after tomorrow, and both very short. So next week, and I will email your parents if they're listening. Great. Listen up, parents. The schedule has not changed. So if you look on the school calendar, we are still following that. So next week, we only have class like we do on here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The kids are off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then, of course, Monday for Memorial Day. So then the next week will be their last official week, and that will only be Tuesday through Friday. We will explain testing. We know we've heard from, actually, I don't think it was anybody in my class. I think it was possibly Mrs. Cunningham's class, someone who was itching to get down the shore. I understand that. We are in the same boat. We would like to, very fortunate that my mother has a house down the shore, and we normally spend our summers there. So we're very excited to get down there too. So we're trying to give you the option of having the finals to you by that Monday, June 1st. Everything will be due that Thursday, June 4th. So if you want to have your kids sit down and take everything Monday, then they're done for the year. So we're really kind of leaving it up to you. You're going to start to see study guides come home for everything. Sorry, I had another visitor. It was again Ben. Okay, so here it is. I think I'm just going to read to you today. Try to get 2 chapters in since we don't really have much else. And then end the week. If you have anything to say, anything you want to see happen before our time together closes, of course, let me know. Email me, leave a comment on the YouTube. However you need to get a hold of me, you can do that. All right. Chapter 3. Pretty please with a cherry on top. Now remember, he does not have the game yet, so I'm assuming this is where he's going to start begging. That night at dinner, my mom asked, "Did you have fun at Josh's house today?" "Yes, I had a lot of fun," I said. "I can't believe you think looking for ants is so much fun," said my sister Susie. "Who said we were looking for ants?" "Isn't that what you were doing in our backyard yesterday?" said Susie. "Getting more ants for your ant farm?" I really wish you would not go searching for ants," said my mom. "I think some of them crawl onto your clothes and then they accidentally end up in the house." "I even found some in my bed the other day," said Susie. "Oh my goodness," said my mom. "Ants in your bed, crawling on you when you're asleep?" "I didn't have any in my bed," I said. I had to cover my mouth so my mom and Susie wouldn't see me smiling. "You know how much I hate creepy crawly things," said my mom. "Freddie, do you have any ants crawling on you right now?" "No, because we weren't looking for ants at Josh's house." "Were you boys playing catch?" asked my dad. "You know, Little League is starting soon." "No, we weren't playing catch," I said. "But maybe after dinner we can throw the ball around a little bit." "I would love to do that," said my dad. "If you weren't looking for ants or playing catch, then what were you doing?" asked my mom. "Playing Wonderworld." "Wonderworld? What's that?" asked my dad. "It's a new video game everyone is playing," said Susie. "That's all the kids are talking about at school." "It's so cool," I said. "You have to build stuff, and there's buried treasure, and there's these evil serpents that try to catch you, and whoa, slow down there," said my dad. "You're talking so fast, I can barely understand what you're saying." "Did you just say evil serpents?" I nodded. "Yep." We're losing power. Hold on 1 second, please. Okay, it seems to just be this room. It also seems to be the third time I stopped this video. Let's see if we can get through this chapter today. All right, lost my page. Give me 1 second. Okay. Evil serpents. "It's so cool," I said. "You have to build stuff, and there's this buried treasure, and there's these evil serpents that try to catch you, and whoa, slow down there," said my dad. "You're talking so fast, I can barely understand what you're saying." "Did you just say evil serpents?" I nodded. "Yep." "What did they do?" said my mom. "They bite, and if you get bitten by one, then you die and have to start the game all over again." "Well, then you definitely want to stay away from those," said my mom. "That sounds scary." "What is the point of the game?" said Susie. "Are you just trying to find a buried treasure? Because that sounds kind of dumb to me." "No," I said. "You're not trying to just find one buried treasure. You're trying to find 10 enchanted treasures so you can give them to the Wizard of the Wonderworld. That's how you win." And here's a picture of the family sitting around the dinner table, and Freddie's very into his description of the game. And if you look here, Susie doesn't seem very interested. Sounds normal, right? This game sounds kind of complicated," said my dad. "The directions on how to play must be as thick as a book," said my mom. "It must have taken Josh and Robbie a long time to read all those directions." "Kids don't usually learn how to play video games by reading directions," said Susie. "They don't?" said my mom. "Then how do they learn how to play?" "People film themselves playing the game and explain what they are doing as they go along," said Susie. "Then they post their videos online, and you can watch them to learn what to do." "That's how Josh and Robbie learned how to play," I said. "Then they were trying to teach me today." "How many levels are there?" asked Susie. 10, I said. 10, that's a lot, said Susie. "It could take forever to go through that many levels." "Josh is already on level 3, and he's only been playing for a few days," I said. "He must be playing all the time," said my dad. "He is. He even got up at 5 o'clock this morning to play before he went to school." That seems like a little much. 5 o'clock, said my mom. "That seems a little crazy." "Not really," I said, "because Robbie told me that the best way to learn the game is to just play a lot. And it's like a big contest at school," said Susie. "Everyone is trying to be the first person to reach level 10. I heard the kids talking about it in the lunchroom today." "See," I said, "I just have to get it." "Get what?" said my mom. I sighed. "Haven't you been listening to anything I've been saying, Mom? I have to get Wonderworld." "Can't you play it when you go over to Robbie and Josh's house?" Why do you need one of your own? Asked my mom. Because I have to be the first person to reach level 10. And I can only do that if I own my own Wonderworld video game. How are you going to get it? Asked my dad. That seemed like a silly question. Buy it, of course. How are you going to buy it? Is this a trick question? I said. With money. Isn't that how you buy things? With money? How much is it? Asked my mom. I think it's $30. $30? That seems like a lot of money for a silly game, said my mom. It's not silly. It's the best game ever. And I just have to have it. Pretty please with a cherry on top, I said, making my best sad puppy dog face for my mom. I can't believe you were going to buy Freddie that game, said Susie, just because he makes that face. I turned to Susie and whispered, it works every time. Just watch. When I turned my back, my mom made my eyes even. Oh, that's a mistake in the book. When I turned my back to my mom, I made my eyes even bigger. Who said we're buying him the game? Said Dad. Please, 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 I begged. It's not Christmas, and it's not your birthday, and $30 is a lot of money. If you really want the game, then you'll have to pay for it with your own money, said my dad. My own money? Really? So here's his best puppy dog face. It's a pretty good one. I guess that face doesn't work every time, Susie whispered in my ear. Nice try. My dad nodded. Yes, your own money. I stuck out my lower lip and pouted. But that's not fair. Oh, it's very fair, said my dad. We aren't going to buy you everything you want all the time. You get an allowance. If this is something you really want, then you'll buy it for yourself. May I please be excused? I asked. You haven't even finished eating your dessert, said my mom. Are you really going to leave mint chocolate chip ice cream sitting in your bowl? You usually lick that bowl clean. Oh, I lost my spot. I gobbled up the last few bites of my ice cream. It seemed a shame to waste my favorite flavor. Now may I be excused? Where are you going? Asked my dad. I thought we were going to play catch. Up to my room. I need to see how much I have in my piggy bank. Okay, chapter 4, counting money. I raced up the stairs into my bedroom and slammed the door behind me. I didn't want Susie to see where I hid my piggy bank, and I definitely didn't want her to watch me count the money. My piggy bank wasn't actually a pig at all. It was a shark, of course. I got it one time when we went to the aquarium. I keep it hidden in the back of my underwear drawer because I know Susie would never look there. I opened the drawer and felt around under the socks and in the back for my bank. Aha! Here it is, I said to myself as I pulled it out of my drawer. I can't wait to see how much I've got. I took the stopper out of the bottom of the bank and reached my hand in to pull out the bills. Then I shook it really hard so that the coins would fall out onto the floor. I had a handful of bills and a pile of change. I sure hope I have $30 here. I started counting the bills first. 5 ones, 2 fives. Come on. Let me take a pause. It's back on. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little worried. 5 ones, 2 fives, and a 10. Okay, here's a picture of him before I lose my light again. Of him looking for that shark piggy bank. 5 ones, 2 fives, and a 10. Let's see. That's 5, 15, 25. Cool. I already have $25 right here in my hand. I just need $5 more. Just then, my door flew open and Susie barged into my room. Get out, I yelled as I threw my body over my money to cover it up. Don't you ever knock? What are you doing? Asked Susie. None of your beeswax. Now get out of here and leave me alone, I said. Are you counting your money? Said Susie. I just stared at her and pointed to the door. Do you need any help? I don't need anything from you, I said. I just need you to get out. Okay, fine, I'm going, said Susie as she walked out of my room. Hey, shut the door, I called after her. She pulled it closed and disappeared into her room. Now she messed me up. I forgot how much I had. And then before I go on, this is a picture of him throwing himself over his money. As Susie was, we think, just offering her help. I counted the bills again. Oh, right. I have $25 so far. I only need $5 more. I put the bills down and started sorting the pile of coins into pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. I figured it would be easier to count that way. My heart was beating really fast. Please be enough money to buy Wonderworld, I thought as I counted the coins. I had $3 more in quarters. That made $28. I only need $2 more. I bet I have that here, I said with a big grin on my face. As I counted what was left in the pile, the smile started to fade from my face, and my heart sank. No, this can't be possible, I said. I recounted the coins, but got the same amount the second time. I hit my fist on the floor. I can't believe I'm $1 short. I have $29 and I need $30. I sat back for a minute and hit my forehead with the palm of my hand. Think. Maybe I had left $1 in one of my pockets. Once in a while, I would find money I had forgotten about in my jacket pocket. I ran over to my closet and started reaching into all of my coat pockets. I checked my winter coat, my raincoat, my sweatshirt jacket, nothing. All of my pockets were empty. I lay down on my bed. $1. All I needed was $1. Where was I going to get $1? Just then I had an idea. Susie, I called. No answer. I called again. Susie. Still nothing. Of course, when I don't want her around, she's always there. But when I actually need her for something, she's nowhere to be found. Ugh, I sighed and got up off my bed to go look for Susie. I opened my door and walked down the hall toward Susie's room. She was lying on her bed reading a book. Didn't you hear me calling you? I asked. Yes, I did, said Susie. So why didn't you answer me or come into my room? You just told me to get out and that you didn't need anything from me, said Susie. So why should I go running into your room? She could be so frustrating. Sometimes I wish I had a younger brother instead of an older sister. But right now, I would have to be nice to her if I was going to get what I wanted. Susie got up off her bed and started to gently push me toward the door. You can leave now, she said. I dug my heels into the carpet. But I need to ask you something. What? Said Susie. What do you need to ask me? I stammered. What is it? Spit it out already. I took a deep breath. I need $1, I blurted out. Susie didn't say anything. She just started laughing. I stared at her and waited. Well, aren't you going to say anything? This is a joke, right? Said Susie. No, it's not a joke. I really do need $1, I said. Why do you need $1? Asked Susie. Well, I just counted all my money in my piggy bank and I have exactly $29, but I need $30 to buy Wonderworld. So why don't you just wait until you get your next allowance and then you'll have enough to buy it, said Susie. I can't wait another week, I said. Why not? Because I'll never be the first one to reach level 10 if I don't start playing this week. Okay, fine. I'll give you the $1, said Susie. Really? I said, jumping up and down. Just then, Susie held out her pinky for a pinky swear. What's it worth to you? Are you kidding? I said. Susie just shook her head. Did you really think I was just going to give you $1? Ugh, I groaned. How about I do your chores tomorrow? Tomorrow? Susie laughed. $1 is worth way more than doing my chores for one day. I'll give you the $1, but you have to do my chores for 3 days. 3 days? You're crazy, I said. Okay then, no deal, no $1, said Susie, and she started to push me toward the door again. No, wait, I said. I haven't got all night, said Susie. Fine, I'll do your chores for 3 days, I said. So we have a deal, said Susie, holding up her pinky for a pinky swear. Yes, we have a deal, I said as we locked pinkies. Now can I have the $1? I'll bring it to your room. I don't want you to see where I keep my piggy bank, said Susie. I walked back to my room, and a minute later, Susie was standing in the doorway with $1 in her hand. Here you go. I grabbed it out of her hand and kissed it. Please don't kiss money. And then I started dancing around my room, singing, now I got $30. Now I got $30. Susie made the cuckoo sign by the side of her head and walked out. So now he has the money, and chapter 5 is called Let's Go, Go, Go. So I'm assuming he's going to bug his parents to get him right out and buy that game. Okay, very, very quickly, I'm going to head back to ABC again, just little bit on ABC. If you're using it on a tablet, unfortunately, you would need to purchase a subscription. If you use it on a laptop or computer, desktop computer, it is free. I don't know how that works, but it is. And ABC is a great site, and it almost has something for every single thing we do in second grade. So highly recommend that you bookmark it on your computer. So we're going to go over to ABC. Okay. And Learn to Tell Time is what I think I typed in Google, and I went down ABC. It was like the third link. And this one's pretty cool. So let me just let you listen.
Butterby, no! What am I going to do with this cat?
Okay. Start level 1. Of course, you can do digital, but that's going to be a lot easier. So I asked if you play this that you hit the analog. Okay, they're going to give you a time, and you're going to match it using the big hand to turn the clock. You can go back or forward, which is clockwise, or counterclockwise would be the other way. So we want to set it to 7 p.m. It's on 12 p.m. right now. I'm going to go around. So that little hour hand hits the 7. And then check. All right. Set to 10 a.m. So we're still in p.m. So I'm going to have to go all the way around. So I went counterclockwise through the night. Now we're in the a.m. But I got to get it to 10. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Almost there. Oh, a little too far. Oh my. Very delicate. Okay. So 8 a.m. I'm going to go counterclockwise. I'm going to go backwards because we're already in a.m. And then 4 p.m. Okay, so you get the idea. So just a great way to match analog. I haven't played much past level 1. I assume level 2 will give you different times using half past the hour and different times like that. So give it a try. And let me know what you think. We will, I will set out a link at some point today, maybe this afternoon, to attempt another Zoom check-in for tomorrow. I'm going to try to do it while I'm at school. I tend to go up on Fridays just to close our classroom down and put in a few hours there because my husband's home from work and I don't have to take the kids. So I will try to Zoom you on Friday morning from the classroom. Anyway, it'll just be the same as it's always been, just a way for us to see each other. Ask how you're doing. Ask if there's anything interesting you've done. If there's something in your house you really want me to see, an animal you want me to meet, this is the time to do it. We'll stick with boys and girls for now just because the smaller class size works better. I'd love to see you if I haven't seen you yet, so keep that in mind. Michael Anderson hasn't moved. So he's there. He's happy to hear from all of you on YouTube today. So, all right, as always, keep up the good work. This will be my last lesson for the week. So I will see you next week for the beginning of our last 2 weeks together, even virtually. All right, have a good day.